Hello, coin aficionados everywhere, and welcome to the Phil and Sing Coin Channel. Today we're going to look at some coins from the country of the Philippines, that beautiful islands nation in the Western Pacific, and they have some huge coins. And so we're going to look through all of them. We're going to start kind of with the modern day coins and work our way through. And so let's put them all right up in a pile here and go through them one at a time. But before we start looking at the modern day coins, I think we should look at the smallest Philippine coin ever, and that's this 1969 isang centimos, or 1 centimo coin, which features Lapu-Lapu, the great warrior of the Philippines. And there he is facing to the left with the one underneath his chin. If we flip it over, we see that it is indeed a 1969. And it says Republica ng Pilipinas on here. And this coin here is not only the lightest, but it's also the smallest, but it's also the lightest. It's incredible. It's an aluminum coin. Now, this underneath it is the modern day 1 peso coin, and you can see that's a 2015. And there are more modern issues actually out now that are really beautiful. So take a look at the new Filipino coins if you can. This one says Republic ng Pilipinas on here. It is a 1 peso also, and it is seems like it's pretty big compared to the Lapu-Lapu 1 centimo, but if we look through here, we see that there's a bunch of them underneath that are bigger. So what's bigger than a 1 peso coin from 2015? Well, one of the ones that's bigger is the 25 Cent Tavo Coin from 1964, with the Lady Liberty there in the Mount Mayon in the background. Of course, the back of this coin says in English, Bank of the Philippines, Central Bank of the Philippines. What's bigger than that? Well, look at this one. This is a 50 centimo coin, and it's Balthazar from 1989. And if we flip this one over, this is the famous eagle, the monkey-eating eagle coin, the 50 centimos. And this, again, from 1989. But what's bigger than that? Well, what's bigger than that is this 1 Cent Tavo coin, and this is almost 100 years old. It's 98 and a half years old. It says Filipinas with an F underneath it, 1 centavo. And if we flip it over, we see it's when the Philippines were part of the United States of America in 1921. So this is a really old coin, and it's pretty big, but it's a 1 cent coin from way back when. What's bigger than that? Well, the 2009 5 peso coin. So the 2009 5 peso coin, compared to the 1 peso coin, you see it's huge, and it's a different kind of metal. And this, of course, if we look at this one closely, we'll see that it's Emilio Aguinaldo on the 5 peso, Republic ng Pilipinas. And down here, way down underneath, we see the BSP, or the Banco Central Pilipinas. And if we flip it over, we see that on the back also. And this says 1993. And what we need to remember is the 1993 is only the year of the Central Bank of the Philippines issue. The 2009 is the actual year issue. And there's another one that's exactly the same size, and that's, of course, the 5 peso from 1995. A different look to it, but not too different a look. What's bigger than the 5 peso from 1995 and 2009? Well, the 10 peso. It's double the value, but it's also two different metals. And this is a 2010 with Apolinario Mabini on here, and Andres Bonifacio, Republic ng Pilipinas, 10 peso, 2010. And again, it's that 1993 central bank issue. It's bigger than that? Well, Limapong centimos, or the 50 centimos, with Marcelo H. del Pilar on here. And there's a 50 with, guess what? The shield on the back. Republica ng Pilipinas, 1971. What's bigger than that? Well, look at this one. Republica ng Pilipinas, 1985. What's this one? Oh, it's the bull. And so that's the 1 peso. And we can see it says Enoa Mindorensis, the famous Philippine bull. And this is a 1 peso. It's pretty big. This one is approximately the same size. And that's, again, the other bull. It's a little bit smaller, but it's a 1 peso. Again, from 1985. And then the next to the biggest is the 1 peso Jose Rizal, and that's this one here, and it's from 1976, and we see it says Ang Bigong Lipunan, the kind of the Great Society coin, and it's a 1976. How much bigger is that than the current 1 peso? Well, this is the current 1 peso here. It is huge compared to the current 1 peso. How much bigger is it than the current 10 peso coin? Well, let's put the 10 peso on top and see. It's way bigger than the 10 peso also. So this is a big coin, this 1976. And we see down here it says Banco Central Pilipinas. And if we flip it over quickly, so we don't see the back, we see once again it's a Jose Rizal 1 peso. Now the biggest of the ones we have here, and that's another Jose Rizal 1 peso. And this one was a coin they only made for a few years, and this is a 1974. It's Republic ng Pilipinas. It's just a huge, heavy coin. What is it in size? What does it compare to? Well, if we put it next to, say, a Franklin $50, let's see what that would look like. So here's the Franklin $50. It's actually bigger than the Franklin $50 and the Kennedy $50. So it's pretty big. Smaller than the Eisenhower dollar, but it's still a huge, huge coin. And we see, again, Republic ng Pilipinas down here. Republic ng Pilipinas, a shield with the eagle, the lion, and the stars and the sun. Banco Central down here, and it's a reeded edge coin. And there it is right there. The design, of course, is the same engraver who did the back of the Kennedy $50. And there you have it, the biggest coin of the Philippines that we have. And here's all of its pals. Have a great day from the DC Cornwall, from the Phil and Sing Coin Channel.